Yo, what's up guys, King Crisis here, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, please. And with that, let's start the video. Now we've seen anti-based abilities, and a power that we've seen in My Hero Academia that is similar to anti-magic is Aizawa's Quirk, which gives him the ability to, well, it's kind of obvious, erase quirks. Aizawa has the power to erase a person's quirk as long as, well, he can keep his eyes open. Considering the fact that his quirk has a pretty ass weakness, if you ask me, that's literally the only thing that's stopping Aizawa from being the strongest man on the planet. So with that, Izuku will have the quirk to completely cancel quirks around him. Now the issue with this is that, well, that's all he does. For now. Only thing Izuku could do is stop a quirk from working no matter what. There's no real limitations to it. And as Izuku got older, this became only more and more apparent that he can't control it. Everyone's quirks around him are always cancelled. Many people viewed Izuku as a villain, while many other students in the class viewed Izuku as a god. Some loved Izuku. Those who had mutation quirks and make them look hideous, they loved Izuku. They practically worshipped him. Eventually, this ended up becoming a famous worldwide sensation, of many kids explaining how they have a friend who has the power to cancel out quirks. Many people did not like Izuku, but those who had mutation quirks, they would go all around, basically begging Izuku to stop their quirks. And well, like I said, he doesn't have a limit to his power. Is anti-quirk. It will stop a quirk as long as Izuku, well, it will stop quirks. So, Izuku sort of began to stop and basically permanently get rid of mutation quirks. And eventually this ends up becoming famous. Many people end up discovering Izuku, and well, he ends up being taken in by pro heroes. Many pros thought it would be unsafe for the kid. After all, many people did not like him, and many people actually wanted Izuku dead because of his quirk. They saw him as a threat, and they would do anything possible to take down this kid. So, yeah, Izuku was taken in by the pro heroes. Now eventually Izuku ends up meeting All Might. Now All Might didn't come to Izuku because he wants to, train them or anything like that. He comes simply because he wants to check out the kid and make sure nothing is going wrong with him. A kid with a quirk like that is rare. The only other person who even has a quirk remotely similar is Aizawa, and it's very clear that this kid's quirk is massively stronger. So All Might wants to make sure that nothing goes wrong for Izuku. So for years of his life, he actually watched over and took care of Izuku, along with the other pros. Now, as time went on, they only made Izuku train and work out more. Now, if we were to basically put Izuku somewhere in physical strength and speed, yeah, it's most definitely equivalent. Like, his physical strength is equivalent to that of Mirio's. And in case you don't know, he's able to punch Kirishima out of his heartening form, and he's technically quirkless. Technically. Had to specify technically, because let's just be realistic. Permeation is strong as fuck. Like, he's able to do all types of shit that don't make any sense with his quirk. But bro, when it comes to like physical strength and speed, he's technically quirkless. So the fact that he's able to do that with literally that alone explains how bad of a demon he really is. Now during this time period, Izuku was taking a liking to, well, small guns and katanas. Izuku can't really explain why he likes katanas, or just swords in general. Like, unlike a normal person, he loves swords. And over the time period of him being trained by pros, he accidentally, for the first time, unlocked his second and only offensive ability for now. And, well, while training, he accidentally fueled the sword with, well, anti-power. Now his anti-power, once he unleashed the slash, let's just say a pro hero for plot convenience, it's the Stone Duke. He was building something, and it slashed into it immediately, almost as if every sculpture it just disappeared, blanked out of existence. Izuku learned though that this attack mostly only worked on quirk attacks, but he also learned that it does actually do physical damage to people. It just don't, blink them out of existence. It only, hurts or cancels a quirk for a while. And I mean this for a while because this ability technically is weaker than his primary ability, because it's just his primary ability being fueled into a weapon to be used in a more powerful way, a more attack-like way. So over the time period, Izuku's learned how to fuse bullets with this and how to fuse sword slashes with this. Now he cannot do this a lot, meaning that if he were to go gun based, he can only infuse his power into 2 small guns or 1 sword. Now this means that he does, once the bullets are out, they're out. He has to get more bullets and, well, he has to feel it all over again. Weakness, yes, for now. Anyways, now he will gain 1 more ability, and the only person who knows what the other ability is going to be is Emmett, the guy who made the thumbnail. He's the only person who actually knows. Other than that, we gonna continue. Deku straight up, for most of his time, began to train like that, constantly feeling his power and trying to work on his physical strength more and more and more. Now around the time period where they end up discovering about Izuku, well, it's the reclamation. Izuku immediately gets into UA. He doesn't need to take the test or any of that because they know his abilities. They know his skills. They literally raised him, basically. So when Izuku ends up coming into UA, to say the least, the first day of UA would arrive. Now when it does arrive and Bakugo sees Izuku, well, he's immediately annoyed. Damn Deku. Everyone in class would immediately just start fondling over Izuku. Like, Izuku is a top tier. He's one of the coolest people in the world right now. And of course, everyone wants to be his friend. Everyone wants his attention. And Izuku does not like that. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, okay? I don't care. But of course, Bakugo hates this. He hates how everyone is focusing on Izuku and not him. He'll be me to yell, "Hey! The fuck is you guys' problem? Leave the fucking random alone." Everyone in class would just stop and turn and look at him like, "Random? Did he just say random? Do you know who that is? Do I give a fuck about a worthless Deku who's quirkless? I'm not quirkless. What can you do other than stop quirks? Nothing. So you're quirkless, worthless, and you are pathetic." And Izuku just stands there like, this bitch ass. See, that's why you have to carry around weapons during your training. That's why you need guns and swords, because you can't do nothing without them. Because you're worthless and pathetic. And Izuku just stands there. There's basically nothing he can do or say because Bakugo not necessarily wrong. Cap, he is. Izuku just not gonna reveal nothing yet. Nothing yet. So Aizawa eventually comes in the room and he says out loud, "You there. I don't think you know who that boy is. That boy has the most powerful quirk we've ever seen here at UA. It's very similar to my quirk, as a matter of fact. So I highly suggest you shut your mouth, kid. Because I really don't have the time for it. I raised that boy. I trained that boy. I know more about that boy's power than any of you in this class could ever know. So, put these uniforms on, go outside and get prepared. No one is ready for what this kid will be able to do at his full strength." Aizawa turns around. Now this portion Izuku does have to participate in because he did this many times growing up. So now we come over towards, well, pretty much Bakugo grabbing Izuku. "I'll catch you later, nerd." As he immediately shoves Izuku out of the way. Izuku's like, "Yo, what is your problem, Bakugo?" Go immediately stop. "My problem? I think you know what my problem is. Answer it then. Explain." You get a little bit of power and you suddenly think you're better than me? Huh? Do you suddenly believe that you're just top, best of the best, huh? I will destroy. You wanna know something? My entire life growing up, you always were the one everyone looked up to, everyone thought was great. So for once in your pathetic, miserable life, stop being hateful towards everything, because I don't want to hear it. And this class don't want to hear it. So please, shut the fuck up. God! Izuku turns around and walks away. I don't have the energy, nor do I have the time for it. I'm gonna become a pro hero whether you wanted me to or not. You want to be the best, blah 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 blah. The attention isn't on you. Grow up. I was 6 years old when I was taken. And you're still angry about some shit that happened years ago. fucking years, nigga. We were in 2nd grade. Grow up. Izuku then leaves. Uncle's like, whatever. I'll see about it tomorrow. Now tomorrow, All Might ends up arriving. Now when All Might ends up arriving, well, their training would their training will begin. Immediately, the first thing that ends up happening is, well, Izuku's told to get on his hero costume. Now, Izuku's hero costume is, y'all know the one he got in the movie. Alright, look. Imagine that. Now remove all the extra unnecessary stupid white parts. Keep the mask, but make the mask more badass. And make it basically his vigilante mask. Alright, now make it like that. Now, Izuku's eyes are red in case you're wondering. Make it be more black. Give him, the lines on the suit that were glowing green, make him glow red. And give him like a dark cape. And once the cape is wrapped around, he basically can become, invisible for a while. Now, in this suit, he has a wooden katana and he has rubber bullets. The reason for him having a wooden katana is simply because, well, right now they're just training. And, well, he has to hold back on his power when they're training. But it is painted to look real. So, Izuku stepped down. Now, his match would be Izuku versus the entire class. Now, when everyone hears this, they're shocked. Bro, All Might, sir. Sure, Izuku has a strong quirk. I mean, damn nearly everyone in Japan knows about it. But, like, I don't think he can fight all of us. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all dealing with. Izuku cracks his neck. Alright. All of them will have to hold back, or do I gotta go easy on them? That's the same thing. What do I have to do? Should I go full power from the start, or should I just, beat their ass and dip? Do what you want to do. Okay, bet. Immediately, Izuku walks in there. He immediately sits down. Everyone eventually makes it into the building, and when they do, tell Izuku that they'll give him a head start to, go get to the bomb. Izuku would laugh. Oh, these guys are fools. Izuku would immediately walk forward towards the bomb. Izuku does something that they were not expecting because they didn't know you could even do this. Izuku just straight up bursted a hole through the wall, put the bomb in there, and just went inside the hole and basically moved it like very, very far in there. Plot convenient, big ass walls. Anyways, after getting the ball in there, the bomb, Izuku goes right back out and goes right back down to the very first floor where everyone is at. Now Izuku would immediately lift up one hand. A red orb begins to come off of it. And before anyone can react, Ida blitzes forward just for him to stop running at super speeds and actually run at normal speeds before immediately being punched dead across the face and sent flying. Izuku would immediately dodge a kick from Ashido, immediately grab her leg and throw her dead into the rest of the students. Izuku would instantly blitz forward and immediately slam a punch directly into Todoroki. Todoroki's immediately thrown back like they're like, damn, what the fuck? How is he this fast? How? That's not possible. Immediately turning around, turning around, he would see Dark Shadow rush directly at him. Izuku's like, bro, nigga, please. Snapping his fingers, Dark Shadow would vanish, and Tsukiyomi's head would turn normal. He's like, how's normal face? I'm normal face. Izuku instantly lands a punch and knocks him out. You know what? Enough of this. Izuku instantly just threw out his arms and canceled everyone's quirk in the area. Izuku then straight up unsheathed his wooden katana and said, mercy, right, All Might? Yeah, mercy, please. Says, alright, I'll show him a little bit of mercy. Izuku blitzes forward and instantly lands a devastating hit onto all of them, hitting every single one of them with the back of the katana, the bottom of it, the hilt, knocking everyone unconscious. Wow. I actually thought y'all would be threats to me. Please, we all know that's a lie. I knew it. I knew they would do something like that. That's why I've been preparing cans of my sweat. Izuku would turn around. You've been preparing my sweat for a day now. I knew how dangerous your quirk was. He looked up and pulls out a bottle and pulls it into his gauntlet. Izuku looks confused, buckles his head. Die, nerd! As he immediately pulls the pin as a massive explosion shoots forward. And Izuku has a dark aura surround his katana. You're such a fool. Instantly, the explosion is split dead in half, where suddenly it would slowly disappear, and Bakugo looks surprised. So is the rest of the class. Well, those who are still, well, so is All Might. Like, whoa. What? But I didn't use my quirk. No, but it comes from your quirk. Like I said, any quirk effects. Izuku didn't lift up his hand. Well, he lands a devastating punch onto Bakugo's face and has Bakugo knocked unconscious. Eventually, Izuku would just wait till the timer to be over. Since no one wakes up, he's declared the winner. Now, after this, they're like, bro, how are you so strong? I'm strong because, I trained my whole life. These heroes were always there. They always trained me. I was never truly alone. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of spoiled because of it, but if it wasn't for these heroes right here, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. He turns around and walks away. Then they would ask the question, wait, who trained you? He'll stop and turn. My physical training comes from All Might, and my speed-based training and stealth skills comes from Aizawa. Also, all training that involves my quirk comes from Aizawa. Why? Well, he's Pro Hero Eraserhead. His quirk is to cancel quirks. Mine is to, erase quirks. Permanently stop quirks if I so choose. That's how I became famous. Many people hated their quirks and they wanted them gone for good. I took away those quirks. Fulfilled my duty. I did what they asked of me. And that's kind of how I became. You there! Bro, you gotta be kidding me. What? You and me after school. I bet you can't do anything without that quirk of yours. I thought I was quirkless. You only won that fight because I wasn't able to use mine. Are you sure about that? I'm positive, you damn nerd. Izuku's like, okay, almost like, Izuku, you shouldn't. Izuku's like, no. He's the type of guy who has to be humbled, All Might. I'm sorry, it's disrespectful, but it's true. I'll put him down and in his place, and afterwards, trust me, he'll back down. He'll back down real fast. And almost like young Midoriya. I don't want you to make enemies just that quickly. Don't worry. I'm not making any real enemies. I'm just putting Kazuki, dumbass Bakugo, in his place. The place that he belongs. In the field. Whoa! Whoa! Hold on! Oh, wrong thing. Wrong what if. I mean, I gotta put the bastard back in his place, All Might. You don't understand his attitude. He believes he's better than everyone. And I will be damned if I have to deal with that for another school year of my life ever again. Thank you for everything. Now let me go handle this business. The day will end up ending, and now Izuku and Bakugo will end up walking into an alleyway. Now when they get there, Izuku will immediately crack his neck. You know something? I won't even use these. Calmly taking the guns out of his back pockets. Taking the guns and just throwing them aside. Also throwing his katana in the hilt aside. Straight hands. No quirk. Just don't give me everything you got. Bakugo doesn't hesitate. He immediately boom forward directly to Izuku. Die! He would immediately yell just for Izuku to catch his arm immediately. The explosion hits him dead across the face. Izuku looks completely unfazed. I've been through worse. He immediately straight up throws Bakugo. Bakugo immediately hit an explosion and bounce off an alleyway, and immediately go dead in for another explosion directly to Izuku's face. Izuku would instantly duck underneath the attack and immediately jump up, grab his skull, and slam him dead into the ground. Would you look at that? Pathetic. Bakugo turns around and starts shooting explosions violently, but Izuku begins to calmly just dodge, weave, pop, weave, manga. Immediately slamming a punch into Bakugo's stomach. Bakugo's thrown back. There you see Izuku jump upwards. One for all. I'm just kidding. Jump upwards. Immediately spinning with a dark black energy, seeping off of Izuku. Izuku says, psych, I don't even need it. And bam, lands a devastating kick onto Bakugo. Bakugo's immediately slammed dead against the alleyway. Sparks begin to violently flicker from Bakugo. Just die! Immediately slamming his hands together, he then would immediately shoot off a massive explosion. And to Bakugo's surprise, Izuku jumped right over it, and then jumped from one side of the wall to another side of the alleyway wall, and immediately landed and kicked Bakugo dead across the top of his head. Bakugo falls over, laid out. What? No, 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 no! No! You did not win. You did not just beat me! Bro, you shut the hell up. Complaining. You lost. You lost. Accept it. No. 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 Fucking way! I give up. You're quirkless, you're weak, you're pathetic, you can't do anything! I'm above you, I'm better than you, I'm better than everyone! Bro, you having a mental breakdown right now? Shut up! Okay, I'm sorry. Crazy ass motherfucker. I'm not crazy! I'll kill you! Okay, Izuku literally knocked Bakugo unconscious. I don't got time for this shit. He immediately grabs Bakugo's phone and just basically breaks into it because he's good at that. Immediately sees his address music. He's like, okay, got it. I don't know how he sees it, he just sees it. He takes Bakugo home and immediately leaves him there. Izuku didn't return home, and this is where we end off part 1. Listen, comment down below some ideas you guys think Izuku should use for his powers. And right now, like I said, only got 2 specific abilities. And with that, that's where we end off this video.